WMDT 47 News, live at 6.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Marquise Lupton. Emily has the night off. More news in less time starts now. For many, owning a home has become the so-called American dream. Well, that dream became a reality today with a home dedication for 3 families on Martin Street in Salisbury. WMDT's Mark Johnson has the story.
And we celebrate the completion of this house, and we pray your blessing to be upon it.
With prayers and family blessings, Marie Clargeau celebrates with tears of joy over the dedication of her new home with the help of Habitat for Humanity.
It's just a dream come true. That's how I can say. It's just a dream. It's just like I'm sleepy, but it's really happened.
But this is a dream you have to work for, as Habitat requires home buyers with low income to perform 300 hours of sweat equity, where they work to build their own house or someone else's.
I never thought I would have a home.
Before Janet Jones received her new home, she experienced a life lesson from the hours she served.
It has taught me how to help one another. Be there for somebody when they fall by the wayside.
Rebuilding communities has made a difference. According to Salisbury Police, Habitat, along with Safe Streets Coalition, has helped to reduce the crime rates in the Church Street neighborhoods.
Crime is down 38%. People who have lived here for a long time tell us that the quality of life has been enhanced tremendously.
Mark Johnson, WMDT 47 News.
And Doris Mapes and Buck McDowell own the 3rd home that was dedicated today. Habitat for Humanity in Wicomico County is celebrating their 25th anniversary and have built or remodeled 58 homes to date.
It started out as a bar mitzvah project, and I figured I'd keep doing it because I love the zoo and I love animals, and I'm going to try to be an animal trainer when I grow up.
The 14-year-old Mardella High School student is helping to raise money for the Salisbury Zoo's Animal Care Center and Nurse Rebuilding Fund. Today kicked off Jason's 3rd annual ice cream ride. Motorcyclists gathered at the zoo to ride out to the Island Creamery in Chickateague. His father says it's a great way to bring the community together.
It's great. The whole motorcycle community is a very giving community, and we live in a very giving community. It's great, and we're really thankful that they came.
And today's event raised $800.
When something like this happens, you see the greatness in people.
In December, 14-year-old Y High student was in a car accident, paralyzing her from the chest down. And tomorrow, Alley's Angels will hold a fundraiser to help with the medical costs. At 1 p.m. at the American Legion Post number 64, there will be music, food, and a silent auction. Organizers hope to not only raise funds, but to raise the teenagers' spirits as well.
When Allie found out that we were doing this fundraiser to help her family, her complete attitude, her mom told me, changed, and it's been uphill ever since.
My wife has been with Allie since the night of the accident, which was December 28, 2011, and she has not left her side since.
And tickets for the spaghetti dinner are $10 in advance and $12 at the door.
WMDT 47 News First Forecast.
Good evening, I'm meteorologist Amanda Jellig. Well, we cleared up quite nicely today. We had some clouds to start the day, but plenty of sunshine later on. Now, we do see just a few passing clouds out there, but that high pressure building in is giving us much lower humidity and dropped our temperatures quite a bit, so we can expect a mostly clear and a bit cooler night tonight. Now, temperatures right now, checking with weather watchers, Connie in Greenwood is at 70, Carol Loy in Long Neck 73, Tom Lockerman in Bridgeville 72, Kelly Shoemate in Snow Hill 73, Kenny Wheatley in Cambridge at 71, and Tom Hubrick in Waterview at 76. So we're going to be mostly clear tonight, just a few passing clouds, and temperatures a bit cooler in the upper 50s and low 60s. Marquise.
Race weekend at Dover Downs brings the top pro drivers to the track. The event also helps turn the economic wheel in Kent County, too. According to county tourism officials, over 2,500 hotel rooms are booked for the weekend, with thousands of race fans going to many local restaurants, hotels, and fueling stations, which gives a huge boost to the county's economy.
People come in here, they get gas, they go to eat in our restaurants, they stay overnight, helps, workers who are here that work frontline services. All these people, we all benefit and we all spend money, City of Dover, and it's about $50 million, we would say, benefits the economy.
Those profits will almost double when the fall race for NASCAR returns to town in September. Tourism officials feel that Kent County gets great recognition and exposure from the national televised event. Now to the bloodbath on Wall Street. The Dow rang its worst performance of the year Friday, falling nearly 275 points. Dave Curley has the latest.
The worst news was in one of our hardest hit sectors. 28,000 construction jobs lost last month, another 13,000 government jobs cut. The glimmer of hope is in manufacturing. 12,000 jobs added there. Healthcare jobs increased 33,000. With such an anemic report, the president tried to focus on the fact that for the 27th month, jobs have been added rather than lost.
We're still not creating them as fast as we want. So we've got a lot of work to do before we get to where we need to be.
But this is bad news for the man trying to keep his job.
It's not lost on anybody that it's an election year. I understand that. I've noticed.
So did Mitt Romney.
Is the president in a position to lead America and to get us out of these economic doldrums? We've had 40 straight months with unemployment over 8%.
And if the bad numbers weren't enough, Mr. Obama saw one of his supporters undermine part of his campaign strategy.
The great thing about not being president is you can say whatever you want.
And Bill Clinton praised Mitt Romney's business career and questioned the tactic of attacking his days at Bain Capital as a private equity investor. And you can find these stories and more online. Just log on to WMDT.com. A bizarre story out of Pocomoke. City police say on Tuesday afternoon, 23-year-old Yakuna McDowell and his brother, 22-year-old Thaddeus, were in a car crash on Route 13, leading to their arrest. Yakuna reportedly lost consciousness shortly after and was taken to the PRMC for treatment. 3 days later, he died at the hospital. State police are now investigating, and the medical examiner's office will conduct an autopsy to determine the cause of death. And in Milford, police arrest a woman suspected of burglarizing the home of 55-year-old Dawn Noble, who died earlier this week after getting hit by a tractor trailer. Robin Sapp, also 55, was arrested after evidence from surveillance cameras revealed her attempting to pry open Noble's apartment door. Later, she allegedly convinced an apartment maintenance man to allow her inside to retrieve an item. The maintenance man became suspicious and asked Sapp to leave. Police say there is no evidence that she or the maintenance man knew Noble had been struck at the time of the incident. And here's a look at your national headlines. Family members and friends gathered at Sierra Lamar's former high school in California. Along with search volunteers, many spoke out today hoping for her return. She is the 15-year-old girl who disappeared on her way to school back in March. A 21-year-old man has since been arrested and suspected of kidnapping and killing Lamar. Family members still hope she will be found alive. And remember Kyron Horman? He is the little boy at the center of one of the most notorious unsolved missing child cases. And as the second anniversary approaches, Kyron's desperate mother is making a surprising new move. Here's more from ABC's Nick Schifrin.
My Kyron has always been my comfort and my joy. He has always been the one that could tell when I needed a hug.
Desiree Young has always held one person responsible for Kyron's disappearance, and now she's suing her.
I believe that Terry Horman knows where Kyron is. I believe that Terry Horman is responsible for where my son is.
Terry Horman is Kyron's stepmother. 2 years ago, she took Kyron to a science fair and says she watched the 7-year-old walk to class, but the school says he never showed up.
The time has come for Terry to take responsibility for what she has done and to tell me and my family where Kyron is and how he got there.
Police have spent 28,000 man-hours searching and say Terry Horman admitted to hating her own stepson, but they've never named her or anyone a suspect. So Young decided she had only one choice, a civil lawsuit that accuses Kyron's stepmother of kidnapping Kyron. It compels her to bring him back or reveal where his body is.
A civil case is much easier to prove than a criminal case. It is by a preponderance of the evidence. So in other words, more likely than not, did Terry Horman interfere with the custodial rights that Desiree Young had with her son Kyron?
And Young hopes the civil case can bring some closure. Since Kyron's disappearance, his family has kept him in the media, and supporters have kept a wall of hope ongoing. And former Egyptian President Hosni Mubarak has been sentenced to life in prison for his role in the killing of protesters during last year's uprising. Chaos erupted in the courtroom following the verdict today. The judge acquitted 6 of his aides. People began chanting that the decision wasn't harsh enough, and fights even broke out. Mubarak opponents want to see the 84-year-old executed. And Riley Hunter has written a book about her relationship with John Edwards. Her spokeswoman says the memoir will be released June 26. Edwards' corruption case ended Thursday in an acquittal and mistrial. He was accused of using illegal campaign contributions to keep his affair with Hunter under wraps as he ran for president in 2008. The two have a 4-year-old daughter together. Coming up in 90 seconds, meteorologist Amanda Jellig will be back with your complete forecast. And new details tonight of a disease that has many Americans scared. But should they be? You're watching WMDT 47 News, your choice for more news in less time.
Find these stories and more at WMDT.com. WMDT 47 weather.
Welcome back. Well, a little bit of a change of pace. Today's high was a degree lower than average, so now we're starting to cool off. That cold front is bringing temperatures down just a bit. Now we have high pressure building over us, but we will see another low pressure center move over us tomorrow evening, just a weak one. So right now outside, just a few passing clouds. Now right around sunset, these clouds are going to begin to dissipate and we'll have a mostly clear night. Outside right now, temperatures still holding on to those low to mid 70s. Right here in Salisbury, we're at 75, so the hottest spot on the peninsula, and a little cooler in Ocean City at 73, and Georgetown and Dover at 72. So tonight, mostly clear, mild night. We're starting to cool off just a bit, and humidity is down, so open up those windows. Definitely a night to turn the AC off. 62, 64 with winds out of the west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now going into your Sunday, we have definitely a beautiful weekend. Sunny skies, that high pressure is staying over us, giving us another beautiful day. So tomorrow, mostly sunny and warm. It's not going to feel quite as muggy as it has been. So 76 to 80, but the winds are beginning to pick up just a bit out of the west at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Now let's take a look at that 7-day forecast. Sunshine for tomorrow. We'll have some clouds roll back into the forecast on Monday, where we have a high of 75. That next cold front is bringing our temperatures down just a bit to the low 70s. Marquise.
Thanks, Amanda. Still to come, are cancer numbers on the rise? The latest predictions from medical experts, plus the controversy over high fructose corn syrup. Will it keep its name? You're watching WMDT 47 News, your choice for news in less time.
WMDT 47 News, Delmarva's choice for more news in less time.
Here's a look at what's going on in the world of health this evening. More details tonight about a new disease we told you about last night. It's called the Chagas disease. There are about 300,000 known cases here in the U.S., but what is the real risk for Americans? Here's ABC's Dr. Richard Besser with more.
The alarming headlines, a frightening, mysterious disease, but not here. The disease is called Chagas. You get it from this tiny parasite, carried by a 1-inch-long bug, sometimes called a kissing bug, because it likes to bite you near the mouth. If it bites you near your eyes, they'll turn puffy, a warning sign. But all too often, there's no sign you've been infected. For decades, it can lie dormant in your body, until suddenly destroying your heart. In Latin America, it infects the destitute, living in homes with mud walls and thatched roofs, where the bug is mostly found. In the U.S., those infected are immigrants who pick it up in their home countries, but a big reality check. Despite comparisons to HIV, you can't get Chagas from another person, period. And the kissing bugs in America are a different kind of bug.
And a new study suggests cancer is on the rise, with the number of cases expected to nearly double by 2030. The group of researchers found that cervical and stomach cancers are down in more developed countries, but those cases are being replaced by instances of breast, prostate, and colorectal cancers. The FDA denies an attempt at renaming a controversial man-made sweetener. High fructose corn syrup has gotten such a bad rep in recent years, the corn refineries associated tried to rename it. The group applied to the FDA in 2010 to call it corn sugar on nutrition labels, but the agency denied the bid this week, ruling Wednesday that sugar is not defined as syrup. And sweet relief for some people at high risk of heart attacks or strokes. A new study says eating 100 grams of dark chocolate every day may be the most cost-effective way to reduce cardiovascular disease in people who have metabolic syndrome. That is a cluster of symptoms that increases the risk of heart disease and diabetes. Researchers say this, in combination with a sensible diet and exercise, will give the best results.
WMDT 47 weather.
have just a few passing clouds, but later on this evening, like I said, we're going to clear out. We'll have a mostly clear night. Then going into tomorrow, the sunshine stays in our forecast. Definitely another beach day if you're headed out there. It'll be beautiful. And then later on, we will see another chance of a passing shower as the next low pressure system makes its way towards us. So 81 tomorrow, but we're going to have a cold front push through. Now that's going to drop our temperatures quite a bit. So clouds roll back into the forecast on Monday, where we have a high of 74, then down to the low 70s Tuesday and Wednesday. Marquise.
Thanks, Amanda. Stay with us. Meteorologist Amanda Jellig will have another look at your forecast. And while you may see some new items on the menu at some Rehoboth Beach restaurants this week, you're watching WMDT 47 News, your choice for more news in less time.
Join us on Facebook at WMDT.com.
Going to read what's on the teleprompter.
Boom. And here's a look at what's going on across Delmarva in County Connection. Well, it's time to celebrate the culinary arts. Tomorrow kicks off Rehoboth Beach's Restaurant Week. More than 30 of the beach town's finest restaurants are serving up special multi-course meals and even some new lunch specials. There will also be special events throughout the week put on by several community organizers. For information on participating restaurants and organizations, just call 302-227-2772. Staying in the first state, 13 restaurants in Lewis are participating in Picnic in the Park. Organizers say they are looking to bring back old-fashioned fun for everyone with family-friendly activities. The event will be held at the Lewis Canal Front Park from noon till 3. And it's your chance to send a message to our troops overseas. If you missed today's scroll signing at the VFW in Easton, not to worry. George Jackson has set up more times where locals can sign the scrolls. On June 9th, you can come out to the huge bike show at the Federalsburg VFW. Then on June 15th and 16th, stop by the Chicken Festival behind the center at Salisbury Mall.
WMDT 47 weather.
Well, a beautiful day if you're headed out on the waters tomorrow. On the Chesapeake Bay, west winds 10 to 15 knots and waves there at 2 to 3 feet. On the Atlantic Ocean, winds also out of the west at 10 knots, seas 2 to 3 feet. And to the Delaware Bay, west winds 5 to 10 knots and seas 1 to 2 feet. Your beach forecast. Beautiful day for the beach tomorrow. Mostly sunny, high of 78. The winds will be a bit strong out of the west at 10 to 15 miles per hour, and that UV index is high. Don't forget the sunscreen. We'll see you back here in a few. You're watching WMDT.
WMDT 47 News, Delmarva's choice for more news in less time. hairstyles, brought to you by Designer's Edge.
And here's a look at your Hollywood headlines tonight. Jackass star Bam Margera was hospitalized this week after a stunt in Oregon. He is well known for his crazy stunts on the hit MTV series. The daredevil jumped from a 100-foot cliff in a kayak. Margera was then taken in for emergency hernia surgery. No word yet on his condition. And what's Lucasfilms without George Lucas? Well, the world's about to find out. The man behind the successful Star Wars and Indiana Jones franchises is moving toward retirement. His company has announced a new co-chairwoman, Kathleen Kennedy. She is Steven Spielberg's longtime producing partner and has been nominated for 7 Oscars. And Amanda, Restaurant Week is coming up.
It definitely is. And you know what, Marquise? Tomorrow is a great way to start it off because we had that rain yesterday, but we cleared out today. And tomorrow we're going to be even more sunny, so couldn't ask for a better time to start it. Now, as for overnight tonight, we're going to be mostly clear and cool, but we'll warm up with sunshine tomorrow.
And thanks for joining us at WMDT 47 News. If you missed any of the phone numbers or web links from tonight's show, you can find them on our website at WMDT.com. Click on News, then 47 web links.
And don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Tune in tonight at 10 and 11. See you then.
This broadcast was brought to you in part by the Hertrick family of automobile dealerships.